Common dreams about strangers and what they mean. Have you ever had a dream where you see the face of someone you don't recognize at all? This stranger in your dream could be attempting to break into your home, or they're disguised as your partner or best friend. Have you ever wondered who these strangers are and why they are popping up in your dreams? Hello, and welcome to our channel. Before we move on, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more amazing content about dreams, nightmares, and all things sleep. Regardless of how terrifying it may sound, the fact that our minds are able to generate individuals who do not actually exist is the greatest testament of the power of the human brain. Sometimes these strangers are people you've encountered on the streets or in social occasions, even without realizing it. A stranger showing up in your dream has to do with your memory and the brain's capacity to produce these kinds of images. In this video, we'll be diving deeper into why we encounter strangers in our dreams. What are dreams about strangers, and is it common? Dreams involving strangers are actually quite common. According to Psychology Today, a startling 50 to 80% of individuals we encounter in our dreams are people we have never met. It's not important to consider who these strangers are, but more important to try to decode these dreams so we can better understand who we are. These strangers are typically only perceived as silhouettes, and they can stand in for things that we have denied, rejected, or weren't aware about ourselves. Some say that dreaming about strangers typically represent not giving yourself the respect you deserve. You may be feeling uneasy or envious about someone else's position of power or authority. Carl Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist, investigated these dream interpretations and developed an intriguing rule. One of Jung's most notable hypotheses revolves around strangers in dreams that have a clear link to myths and stories. Jung connected the concept of running into weird characters or shadowy entities with our shadow selves, the darker aspects of our own personalities. Although this does not necessarily imply that these dreams are undesirable or evil, in reality, they can just stand for something that you have kept secret from the public. Depending on the specifics of the individual's dream, dreaming of strangers might indicate a wide variety of things. However, these types of dreams can generally decode different aspects of our lives. These shadowy strangers in our dreams may be able to show you things you have rejected, denied, or never knew about yourself. Next time you see strangers in your dream, be mindful of how they make you feel or how you feel towards them. Do you worry about them? Do they make you happy? Are you against them? Learning to understand these types of dreams may be able to impart new knowledge about who you are. Dream analyst Jasmine says that strangers in our dreams are actually images of the unknown, the strangest parts of our own personalities. If the stranger in your dream becomes your new closest friend, take note of what it is about them that appeals to you. They might possess traits that you've been trying to find in yourself. People breaking into your home in a dream can stand in for the emotions and thoughts you've been trying to suppress. The characteristics of a partner in your dream, which you don't know in real life, might stand in for aspects in yourself in which you most desire. If you can, try to carefully consider the different aspects of the stranger in your dream, because it might aid in the analysis and interpretation of yourself. You'll need to consider your feeling towards the stranger, their appearance, the location where you've encountered them, and your actions or their actions in the dream. Now armed with this knowledge, let's take a look at some typical dreams about strangers and what they can actually mean. Number 1. Seeing a stranger. This dream's significance mostly hinges on how you feel about the stranger. For instance, if the stranger scares or terrifies you to the point of waking up, the dream might signify that you are feeling jealous of someone in real life or uneasy about yourself. It might also mean that you don't give yourself enough credit. In other words, you are undervaluing yourself. If you're merely seeing a stranger and it scares you to the point of waking up, it might be time for you to embrace your individuality, be comfortable in your own skin and be okay with some flaws. This is what makes us all humans. Number 2, traveling with a stranger. If you dream about traveling with one or more strangers, this can likely mean that the connection with you and your significant other is about to improve. You, your partner, or both of you are ready to invest more time and effort into the relationship. If you're currently single, your travels with strangers in your dream may mean that love is about to ring your doorbell. To put it in another way, it tells you that love is on the way. Number 3, talking to a stranger. If you have a dream that you are speaking to an unknown person, it can demonstrate that you're currently having issues in several aspects of your life. You will feel happier and more receptive if you just move on to a new direction. Another interpretation is that someone you haven't spoken to in a while will reach out to you again, and you need to be willing to do the same. Number 4, falling in love with a stranger. Despite its unusual appearance, this is one of the most frequent dreams, and its meaning is pretty straightforward. Having a dream about falling in love with a stranger can often mean that you need to pay more attention to your romantic desires. Either they are not being met, or you are not being fulfilled. If the interaction is sexual in nature, it could mean that you're lacking the sexual pleasure and intimacy. In the case of a married person, there may be gaps in your connection with your significant other. If these types of dreams are frequently happening to you, you may want to consider your current relationship and any necessary adjustments. Number 5, being hit by a stranger. Despite how awkward or awful this dream situation might seem, it actually has a very beneficial connotation. A dream in which a stranger strikes you predicts happiness, success, and riches. Additionally, it suggests that you will soon enjoy the results of your efforts. Simply put, it indicates that you are ready to receive the fruits of your labor. Number 6, stranger dressed in white or black. White typically signifies cleanliness, innocence, purity, and freedom. But seeing a stranger wearing white in your dream can symbolize your religious convictions. You may have a close bond with God. Some people only associate white with angels. Many people believe that having a link with the divine world where they come into contact with angels is the same thing as having dreams about a stranger dressed in white. Another interpretation could represent your need for assistance. You might be going through a challenging time in your personal or professional life, or perhaps you're having money problems. This dream may advise you to be receptive to those who wish to lend you a helping hand. Black is often connected to negativity. Therefore, seeing a person wearing black in your dream suggests that you are too emotionally tied to the past. What needs to be done is either to pay less attention to your past, or if it's a rather unpleasant memory, just simply let it go. Number 7, a stranger wearing dirty clothes. If you see a stranger in your dream wearing filthy clothes, it may be a sign that you and someone you care about are going through a rough patch. You know that this relationship is slowly dying, but you are choosing to ignore it. If you are having these types of dreams, it could be a sign that you need to start mending that relationship with the person right away. Number 8, strangers asking for your help or knocking on your door. These types of dreams are pretty important. It may mean that you've reached the height of your anxiety or stress. Until you figure out how to resolve this, these types of dreams won't stop. So if you're having dreams about strangers asking for help, it's a signal to get help immediately. Doors typically represent a change in a person's life. As a result, having a dream about a stranger knocking on your door may indicate that a shift is about to occur in your waking life. The dream's meaning depends on how you react to it or how well you can accept it. If the knock is unsettling or foreboding, it could be a sign that you are lacking the capacity or motivation to deal with the impending changes. These are just some common ones, but as many researchers have noted, dreams are subjective, regardless of whether there are strangers in them or not. However, one thing is for sure. These types of dreams are a sign that something in your real life is off balance or needs some tending to. Next time you have a dream about strangers, be mindful of what happens. It just might change your life. Have you had one of these dreams before? We would love to hear those intriguing stories in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and click on that notification bell for more amazing content like this. Share this with a friend if you think they may need a little wake-up call. Thanks for watching, and until next time, sleep well.